Hello YouTube, I'm the AXGram. Today I'm going to be doing something just a hint different. I'm playing Devil May Cry 3, and when I started playing it, I thought that maybe it'd be a good idea to kind of start giving people a general idea of the kind of games that I enjoy and the games that I'll generally be playing, so that way there's no spamming like play Call of Duty or play this or play that. Now, first off, just before we start this, I despise Call of Duty. It is probably the bane of the gaming universe, in my opinion. Well, at least one of them. Sonic 06 being one of the others. Why? Well, it's incredibly overrated. Some people consider it to be the greatest game ever, when essentially all that really happens is you're put in an invisible box, and you're told, hey, go shoot these dudes, okay? Now do that for a few hours. The thought of, number one, being a modern-day soldier just bores the shit out of me. Because I don't really... if I play a game that happens in modern times, I want there to be some sort of twist on it. And I do enjoy Spider-Man 3. At least swinging around in Spider-Man 3. The combat gets like incredibly repetitive and things like that. But it happens in modern times, but the twist is that you can swing around with all these cool superpowers. Devil May Cry 3 exists in the modern world, but you're put into a tower and you're told, okay, you're stuck with all these demons, your brother is an evil son of a bitch, go get him. Call of Duty, you're put in an invisible box, hey, beat this level, shoot some dudes, okay, now go do it again. Hey, you need to, this game, hey, you need to have like super good hand-eye coordination to play this game. Now, Devil May Cry 3 is, interestingly enough, Devil May Cry and I have a bit of a history. Not exactly a history, but the way I got into it is kind of cool. And this is the way that most kids probably got into things. My dad, Thomas, not my biological dad, I hate my biological dad, and I want nothing to do with him, other than the fact that we carry the same genes. Son of a bitch, get over here. God damn it. I'm gonna fucking die. See? This game requires just a bit of thought, and I did look like I was playing like shit there, but, Call of Duty, put in a box, shoot shit. Devil May Cry, think about what the fuck you're doing before you fucking do it. Spider-Man 3, hey, you're put in this open world, swing around. And now, one of my favorite games that I've played recently is Minecraft. Minecraft is, you're put in this open world, do whatever the fuck you want with it. Not, use what we've given you. Use whatever the fuck you want. You can use what we've given you, but you can make the world what you want it to be. Okay, I'm getting a little off topic here. But essentially, some of the games I'm going to be reviewing are open world games. I have a couple beat-em-ups, Devil May Cry being one of them. I have, just in general, they're kind of open world games. In general. I have like no racing games, so don't expect to see any of those. Back to Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 3, well, more specifically Devil May Cry and the way that I got into it is cool. My dad, Thomas, I was probably about 3 or 4 at this time. Devil May Cry 2 was out, which, yes, I know, it's the worst one. I completely agree. Even though I have not played the first one, I have and have beat every single one except for the first one. And Devil May Cry 2 is probably the worst. So Thomas was playing Devil May Cry 2 one day, I guess, and then I asked if I could play, and he said yeah, and he let me play. Now, quite frankly, at the time, I sucked anal hole. I was complete shit at the game. Only because I'd never really played games before. That was one of the first games I ever played. There was Sesame Street and all that shit. And then probably, let's see, 5 to 6 years ago, my grandma took me to FYE, which I can already tell it's not the ideal place to shop for games, but they're used and they're cheap, so. And I was looking around wondering what the fuck to get. Because that was the time when I was buying a bunch of games for my PS2. which is why there's like, oh shit, ooh, careful, you know what? This is the first time I've done this, but I'm gonna actually use a fucking item. For the first time ever in this game, I'm gonna use an item. Holy shit, I just used an item. Found Devil May Cry 2 in the store, picked it up because I remembered playing it, and I sat and played it, and just fucking loved it. It was a great time, and quite frankly, it still is. It's just not the best Devil May Cry. And then maybe a couple months later or so, a few weeks, I'm not sure. I got games on a pretty regular basis then. Fucking asshole. Ooh, shit. We went back, and what do you know? Devil May Cry 3 was there. And I was super fucking excited. So I picked it up, and naturally the lady behind the cash register, something had to try to get in my way of playing this awesome game. The lady behind the cash register was like, "You're not 18, you need to have someone watch you while you play this." And my grandma was like, "Oh, spare me, he plays this kind of games all the time." So I was happy, I got my copy, and it was the special edition. And yeah, I was a dirty, rotten cheater back then, and I tried to use a cheat when I first got the game. Didn't work out. Now, the problem with that copy that I got is that it was used. So I had to, so it wouldn't let me play past the 7th mission. I think I even did the toothpaste trick on it, and that didn't do shit. So I basically just went, fuck, I can't play the game now. And I'd heard that you can play as Virgil when you beat the game. So I'm like, no. I was sad. Fuck, damn it. So then I think a little later I bought another copy, and it was just the standard copy, which is the one that I'm playing now. Now, probably the thing that hooked me to Devil May Cry the first time I played it was the way that it plays. Because, I mean, I think that at that time I was kind of accustomed to Sesame Street. You know, move the stick around, maybe press a button or two here or there. Devil May Cry, it's like, hey, you got a couple of little buttons to work with here. Yeah, go ahead and use that button. If you want, you can use this button. How about you use this one and then use this one to make a combo? Things like that. I've seen this space way too many fucking times now. See, one of the best parts about Devil May Cry 3 for me is that it's actually hard. I'm playing on Dante Must Die mode, and I've died like 3 times. Now, when I played on Dante Must Die mode, the couple times I've played it before, I played it on with the suit that gives you infinite devil trigger. Now I don't, because I feel like a dirty cheater when I do that. I'd rather do it legit. I think Dark Souls had a bit of an influence on my gaming. Fuck me, I'm getting splattered with arrows here. This is ridiculous. They're fucking ready for me. Fuck it. So, damn it, yeah, I was waiting for that. So, I got my new copy of Devil May Cry 3. It wouldn't work with my special edition save file, so I had to play up to the 7th mission again, which was still great. And then I just barreled through the whole game, and after I beat it, I went back and played it a bit more. Now, it really shows how much I love a game if I look at the time that I've spent in it, and I just go, that much time? I don't remember putting that much time into it. I've put about 95 hours into Devil May Cry 3. Just think about that. That's almost 4 days worth of gameplay put into one game. Now, I love it because it's hard and it's fun as shit. The story's actually not bad too. It's not the best story, you know, it's not... What's the game with a good story? Arkham City has a good story too. It's not the best story, but it's still good. It's not like Arkham City level of story. Basically, the plot is your brother wants to raise this evil tower to get the power of your dad, who was a demon. But the tower contains all these evil entities and shit, and you want to stop him because you're the good guy. That's basically it. Just go kick your brother's ass. That's essentially the story. But there's a little side thing too. There's this girl who is named Lady, which is not her actual name. That's just what Dante calls her. Her real name is Mary, and her dad is at the tower. So there's a whole little family kind of thing going on, because Um, Mary, or Lady, sorry, Lady doesn't like demons. And Dante and his brother Virgil, their mom was a human and their dad was a demon. So they're half and half. So naturally, Lady does not like Dante. And Dante has a bit of a family issue going on with Virgil, and Lady thinks that he doesn't understand solely because he's a demon, which he does understand, because he's also human. Story's good. Gameplay is awesome. I fucking love playing this game. Every time I put in this game, I get at least up to an hour or two of enjoyment out of it. If I get less, then it's a very interesting day. I've just always loved Devil May Cry. Since I can remember playing it, I've always loved it. It's just a really good game. Now, are there better games? Yeah, sure, there's better games. But this is one that I can get a lot of enjoyment out of. And it's one that can actually kick my ass like it's doing right now. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. See, I've basically been forced to stay at a distance and use my freaking guns. But doing this, the AI has adapted to what I'm doing, and is like, hey, I know what you're doing, I'm gonna shoot at you. But I'm not sure if I can get too close to it, because it'll just shoot the shit out of me anyway, and I'm gonna die. See, I just fucked up there. I think this is basically, I've essentially kind of shared in this video the way in which I feel about games in general, the way that I feel about this particular game, and maybe a couple others. I might post another review today. If not, I'll post another one tomorrow. I have to think of which game to do. Some of you might be a little upset that you got to see one screen the whole vid, but hey, this game's actually hard. Well, at least on Dante Must Die mode. Heaven or Hell mode is super fucking easy. Well, that is all I have for you at this point in time, YouTube. I will see you later. Farewell.